Topic, zero spice. Please welcome Polina Karabach.
Thank you so much. Spicy 18. Do you remember how much energy did you have when you were 18 years old? Yeah, partying all night and still look and feel fabulous the day after. Studying until 5 a.m. in the morning for an important exam, then wake up at 7 a.m. and pass it for A+. No problem. 18 is filled with a lot of spices and a lot of flavors. Although, if you ask me, 18-year-old Polina, what spice would you pick? I would reply, zero spice. Low carb spice. Why is that? Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite you to the adventurous journey of an 18-year-old Polina. When I just turned 18-year-old, I was just a confident and happy girl. But I was terrified because I was striving, I was studying in university, and I was going to get a diploma with honors. And that was my big aspiration. And I already got 2 B's in exams the previous semester. So I was very scared that I couldn't make it. I had no other chance for a mistake. So I was determined that I will just focus on studying the next semester. No partying, no theaters, no movies, no Toastmasters. I didn't know about Toastmasters back then, but I would exclude that as well for sure. And so I did. I canceled everything out and I was just focusing on studying. And just to have a little relief from this pressure, every day when I returned from university home, on my way home, I got some pastries, cookies, candies, just to please myself. I would eat them all, lie in a food coma for a few hours, and then return to studying until 3 a.m. That was my regular schedule. At the end of the semester, I did achieve my goal. I had straight A's. But that came with a little side effect of gaining 8 extra kilograms. And I was not happy about that. After New Year, I was actually very anxious about it and I was determined to change. On 8th of March, I made a memorandum with myself to lose that 8 kilograms before my next birthday. I thought of things to do it, and first thing first, the pastries went out of the window. That was the most logical thing to do. I made sure to drink a lot of water. I started walking more, jogging in the morning, and not eating after 6 p.m. You all know that method, right? And results started to show on. When I lost my first 3 kilograms, I was over the moon. It was not as noticeable, but to me, it changed the world. I was so happy. I even dressed differently, and I wore those high heels, you remember? Early 2010s? Yes. And I was motivated to continue. In June, 1 month before my birthday, I was just 1 kilogram away from my goal. My routine started to become more and more elaborate. I was taking the diary where I was putting down every single food I would eat in a day. And I would set a calorie restriction for myself for a day to just 800 calories. Kilocalories, sorry. Yeah, kilocalories. But still, it was the amount of kilocalories enough just for me to lie in bed the whole day and do nothing, just for my body to function. But I continued exercise. I was training for my first 10-kilometer run. I was walking a lot. On my birthday, I was 3 kilograms under my goal weight. And the next month, I dropped 4 kilograms more. And the next month, I dropped 3 kilograms more. In total, in 9 months, I dropped 18 kilograms. Do you think I was satisfied? No. The more I lost the weight, the more I wanted to continue. The more I was happy with my reflection in the mirror, the more I wanted to do more. I couldn't stop. So if you ask me, 18-year-old Polina, what spice do you like? I would say, oh, 0 spice. Because I don't want any extra calorie to be put in my food. It was a long journey for me to come back to a normal relationship with food and with my body. But for those people who relate to this story, or if you know a person who can relate to this story, this is what I would tell to an 18-year-old Polina now. Your body and yourself is so much more than your size, than the number on the scales. And if you want to be attractive, that's not the single thing to focus on. Think about how you dress, how you put on the makeup, if it's relevant for you. What you can do, can you speak in public? Can you run a marathon? What do you know? What books do you read? That may be a more important ingredient than just your shape or the label on your pair of jeans. If you really want to change the weight, focus on the health. When you focus on your health, everything else starts to fall into place. Because if you're really overweight, then the weight will gradually, slowly come back to normal. And same goes to underweight. It should go back up. And most importantly, add spice to your life and to your food. Because they make them much more flavorful. Happy birthday, ArtTalkers, Madam Toastmasters.